UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson had to answer a question today from his counterpart in the House of Commons, Labour's Emily Thornberry, and the question was on whether he would make a statement on what happened yesterday in Gaza, where I think it's 62 Palestinians have now been confirmed as being murdered and nearly 3,000 injured. So I was curious to see what he was going to say about this and what his statement was going to be. So let's take a look at how he reacted.
Urgent question, Emily Thornberry.
To ask the Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs to make a statement on the violence at the Gaza border and its impact on the Middle East peace process.
Can you believe that? Can you believe he's got up and just run off? He's literally got out of his chair as soon as he heard the name called, and he's run off. And when I say as soon as he's heard the name called, because as soon as he hears the name called, he knows the question is coming. This is from the procedure series fact sheet from the UK government website, which lays out the procedures for asking questions in the House of Commons. And then it says, in the introduction, parliamentary questions are tools that can be used by members of Parliament to seek information or to press for action. They oblige ministers to explain and defend the work, policy and decisions and actions of their departments. All questions tabled are published provisionally in the blue pages of the order paper, the blues, and thereafter appear in the question book, the whites, and on the Parliamentary Information Management System. So it's published 3 times. Each question is published 3 times before, well, twice beforehand and one after by the look of it. So they know who's going to be asking them a question and what the question is going to be. So as soon as he hears, as soon as he hears Emily Thornberry, he immediately gets up and runs out because he knows that question is coming and he knows he doesn't want to answer the question and he runs off. The strange thing about this is, when I saw this, I actually saw it from RT, and when I saw this today, I thought, this happened months ago. I thought, is this Groundhog Day or something? And then I went and checked. No, 2 separate incidents. He's done it twice. This is from the 28th of February, Huffington Post. Boris Johnson branded coward as he dodges urgent question on Northern Ireland memo. Cries of coward and where's he going were heard in the Commons as Boris Johnson ran away from an urgent question on the Northern Ireland border. The Foreign Secretary was asked to make a statement. So he was asked to make another statement after a memo he sent to the Prime Minister emerged in which he suggested a hard border post-Brexit was still a possibility. But Johnson left the chamber straight after PMQs to the sound of boo and shame before Shadow Foreign Secretary Emily Thornberry again got to her feet. So there's one of 3 things has happened here. Either he knows the question is coming and hasn't prepared a statement and has run off because he didn't want to babble, because obviously when Boris Johnson goes off the cuff and starts babbling and mumbling, the bad things start happening. So either that's happened, or he knew what the question was and didn't want to answer it because that was going to get him trouble, or Emily Thornberry is Boris Johnson's kryptonite, and as soon as she stands up, that's it. He has to run off, otherwise he's going to lose all his powers. If it's any one of those 3, he needs to be sacked. It's as simple as that. He just needs to be fired. And talking about fired, because there was a lot of firing that went on yesterday in Palestine. This is from Karen Lucas, who's, I think, co-leader now of the Greens. Is she co-leader or deputy leader? I can't remember. A small selection of the weapons sold by the UK to Israel last year. Assault rifles, sniper rifles, components for combat aircraft, small arms ammunition, and weapon sights. So we could very well have armed Israel with these guns that shot these innocent people, murdered these innocent Palestinians yesterday. And rather than make a statement on it, Boris Johnson has got up and run off. He's run away from his responsibilities. Well, you know what, Boris, if you really do run away from your responsibilities like that, your responsibility is as the UK Foreign Secretary. If you want to run away from that, honestly, there are millions of people in the UK and around the world who will be happy to see you run away from your responsibility altogether and resign, because you are a coward and a buffoon, and you don't deserve to be in the position you're in. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and please click the bell down there. Otherwise YouTube will hide the video from you. Yes, they have admitted that they do that. Also, we're facing an onslaught in independent media right now, and we're trying to be silent, and the way they're doing that is they're near-capping our income. So we need your support to go forward. I make no money from YouTube whatsoever, so I rely totally on the support of my audience to the tune of $2, $3 a month on Patreon. There's a link down there if you want to support me. And that all adds up, and it pays for food and light and heat and that sort of thing, and allows us to keep giving you the truth and fight through the propaganda and the BS that we get from the corporate and mainstream media. We must fight back. We need a working media. We need a working press in our countries for democracy to flourish. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time, peace and take care.